Hello. Welcome to This Is Truly News.
Hi.
If you would like, subscribe, and follow This Is Truly News, that'd be great. If we get enough of you to like, follow, and subscribe us, we won't have to be working 6 days a week anymore.
Yeah, we could hire a couple of stand-ins to do this.
To do this, because really, this is beneath us and, well, quite frankly, you.
It is not.
Well, that's true. It's not beneath us, but it is beneath.
Probably beneath you.
Yeah. Anyway, like, subscribe, and follow. And if you find a weird story or a story you think could be weird, or a normal story that you think we might turn weird, TITR@netradio.network should do the trick.
This is True, Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true,
Really?
as far as you know.
So European Union lawmakers are
European.
lawmakers, I think, is the bigger problem. But
they're just not really as funny.
Are you ready? They talk just like our freaking politicians. They say
like politician school, you suppose?
Maybe. They say the European European Media Freedom Act will give reporters greater protections. However, a draft of the measure includes provisions allowing governments to insert spyware into the electronic devices of journalists if they are suspected of communicating with criminals or imperiling national security. This is why our First Amendment freedom of the press is so freaking important.
Is it?
It is. It's huge. It is absolutely huge. The drive
But when I used to be able to trust the press, it made more sense.
Oh, yeah. But remember, according to the Supreme Court, every one of us is the press. So any citizen with a camera is the press and has all the rights of the press.
Which is frightening considering how easy it is to Photoshop.
Right. But there's a lot of people out there doing this kind of work. This is why they always say photograph the police or film the police. It's perfectly legal. If they're doing their job out there on the street in public, you're allowed to record them and they can't tell you not to.
Well, they can. You don't have to stop them.
Right. The drive to include that provision, by the way, was led by the government of guess who? France.
No.
Yeah, shocked. I'm shocked.
Wait a minute. Aren't they a democratic republic too?
Supposed to be. Of
course, we're trying to do the same thing. So, hey.
Why?
Unless you think right, you shouldn't have a say.
I'm really debating whether I should do the second half of this story or not.
Why?
2 years ago, after Canadian officials announced the graves of 215 children had been found on the grounds of a former Indian residential school in Kamloops, British Columbia, no human remains have actually been discovered. And some in the government don't like how critics keep pointing that out. In a recent report, Special Interlocutor for Missing Children and Unmarked Graves and Burial Sites, Kimberly Murray, called for legal action to combat residential school denialists, including criminal and civil penalties. Justice Minister David Lametti said he is open to outlawing such denialism, pointing to nations that have banned Holocaust denialism. However, with the Holocaust, there's proof that it happened. I think the proof has to come first.
Yeah, I have no doubt there is proof.
I don't know. They haven't found any yet. It's been a couple of years.
But you hear so many stories.
You do.
Somewhere along the line, something happened.
Well, some horrific stuff happened anyway. We don't know it was a genocide.
No.
But we know horrible things occurred. We do know that much, I think.
So find actual proof.
Yeah.
And use that.
Yeah. And it's okay to use that. And by the way, the anecdotal, the stories are the important part. If there's somebody alive who can tell us the story of mistreatment, we know a lot. Let's stay on that. That isn't bad enough for you? Okay, I'm done. Your turn.
I know. Now my stupid ass carjacker doesn't seem very important.
Seems important to me.
Nothing went right for a carjacker in East Memphis, Tennessee in March.
Oh, I'm liking it already.
According to WREG TV, an unnamed 22-year-old victim pulled into his own driveway that night, only to have a man yank the driver's door open, point a gun at him, ask for the victim's wallet and keys to his 2006 Honda Element.
Hey, I wasn't robbed. Nobody's tried to carjack me.
If I were you,
Yeah.
I might want to try and carjack someone who's driving, like, I don't know, an Escalade.
Lexus.
Yeah.
Did you know that I bought a new Element? Well,
No.
not a new one because they don't make new ones.
They don't make those anymore.
I bought. I had a 2005 that went to Ian.
So it's a
I
new
sold
to
it to Ian, and I got a used 2006
There you go.
because I
That's
love them
old.
that much.
It's a year older.
So you're
Careful,
newer.
though, there are apparently carjackers out there. Do not go to East Memphis.
I was thinking maybe it was me, and I didn't know.
So he gets the victim's wallet and keys and then tries to back out of the driveway. But as he did so, he rolled down the window. That's when the victim noticed the thief's gun didn't actually have a barrel. So he reached in and punched the carjacker right in the snout,
Good for him.
causing the car to clip the side of the house and run into a pole.
Yeah.
Okay,
Polish
first you-
Anti-Defamation
first
League has
you're
been
caught-
notified.
First, you're carjacking a Honda Element.
Yeah. Why?
Then you make sure the guy knows you have no gun, you idiot.
You maroon.
Get punched in the face, hit the house and the pole.
What a real Dilbert.
The carjacker jumps out and runs away. Police, though, were able to gather a great number of prints from the car, recovered a phone. Arrests pending.
This is similar to that because this is a list of those wonderful descriptions of how people had accidents. Are you ready? This comes right off the insurance reports.
Oh, boy.
A truck backed through my windshield onto my wife's face. I don't know how to thank the man. I told the other idiot what he was and went on. The pedestrian had no idea which direction to run, so I ran over him.
When all else fails, then
The car in front hit the pedestrian, but he got up, so I hit him again.
hit him again, harder, harder. Isn't that a football thing we used to do?
It is. I remember that. The guy was all over the road. I had to swerve a number of times before I hit him. People don't know what words mean. I think they just don't know what words mean.
You would think they, somewhere in their head, they would hear that, right? The old saying, does he hear himself? You're just wondering.
I saw the slow-moving, sad-faced old gentleman as he bounced off the roof of my car. By the way, people do bounce off vehicles. I saw one video yesterday or the day before. I think it's one of the Eastern Bloc countries. There were a two-lane highway. All the vehicles in the right lane go in the direction we think are stopped. There's some traffic coming through on the other side, going the other direction. Some guy runs out between the two.
Oops.
A bus slams on the brakes, and just at the right time to fling this guy back across the road and into the hood of another car, which he bounces off of again and onto the street and stands up going, three women were talking to each other. And when one stepped back and one stepped forward, I had to have an accident. I collided with a stationary tree. The moving kind
Stupid
of
tree should have moved.
Yeah, right? Nobody ever taught that tree how to sidestep.
Dumbass tree. Tuck and roll.
A lamppost bumped into my car, damaging it in two places.
See, the lamppost knows how to move.
Finally,
Thank you.
I had been shopping for plants all day and was on my way home. As I reached an intersection, a hedge sprang up, obscuring my vision, and I did not see the other car.
I hate it when those quick-growing hedges just...
Sparring! With an audible boinging noise.
All right, one last least competent.
No, oh, good. I love that.
Authorities in Gainesville, Georgia, searched the home of 75-year-old Alan Neil Thur.
Hi,
in March.
Alan. Thur?
Thur. T-H-U-R. Thur.
Thur. Okay.
They received a tip that he had child pornography on his computer. Thur sat at his computer viewing 5 images of child pornography, according to Hall County Sheriff's deputies.
Okay.
WSB reported that Thur was in fact charged with 7 counts of sexual exploitation of a minor and booked into the county jail. Here's just if you're going to be a pervert,
Yep.
don't always have it up on your screen when the police are around. I'm just saying.
It's just a bad idea.
You're just asking for trouble. And you should get enough of it.
You know, there is no expectation of privacy if the cop's eyes are walking around the room.
If his eyes work and he happens to be in the room,
Yeah.
you're done, son.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dips and sticks.
This is true, really news. Send email to TITR@netradio.network.